Right. Oh, well, it's about only 8:30 on Saturday night. I've started the long trudge into this woodland camp that we have set up, which is a brush shelter. The snow isn't too bad at the moment. It's only about knee deep, so it is actually walkable. Just coming up from the hill, it was beyond waist deep, which when you're coming uphill was a bit of a struggle. If I'd had a pair of snowshoes, I would be putting them on now, I think, but I don't actually own a pair at the moment. Haven't made a pair anyway, so some other time. But it's not too bad. You just have to take your time, be patient. It's not too bad up here. It's sometimes warmer on top of the hill than it is in the valleys because the cold air tends to sink. So when I left, it was just going down below about -1, -2. I would think it's probably about freezing up here, but in the wind it makes it significantly chillier. And they're kind of forecasting about -3 with a -10 wind chill kind of factor, but we'll be snogging our little camp hopefully soon, so the wind won't be a factor. Right, well, I might just show you what it's like out and about if I can. Just going to get I have brought a head torch. I don't tend to use them, to tell the truth, because you can see plenty, particularly when it's there's a moon on the way. So anyway, we'll have a go, see what we get. Right, well, progress is a bit slower now. The depth of snow is now consistently down, above knee level now, which slows us up a bit. You just have to take your time a bit more, because you can't, of course, bring your foot out of the snow, so that means you're always kind of swimming against the snow. But apart from that, everything's fine. Just means you take a bit more time. When it's cold like this and you're going into a camp, you do need to slow down, take your time. You certainly don't want to raise a sweat if you can possibly avoid it. It's very hard not to, actually, but you don't want to get too cold or chilly when you stop, so plenty of stops, and just take your time, and we'll get there eventually. And the thing is not to panic or to rush. If you start to panic or think you're not going to get there, then that makes things a bit more tricky. So no, we're fine. We'll just carry on in. I'm kind of hoping it'll get a bit, when we move into the woods, the snow depth will decrease again, so we won't be quite so slogging against it. Alright, bye-bye. Right, I thought I'd show you this. This is, just go to show you what the conditions are. Sorry, I thought I'd show you this. This is, to give you an indication of what the conditions have been like up here the last couple of days. This is I think it's either a Douglas fir or a Scots pine, one of the two. I can't actually tell from here. But this is the, try not to, that's one of the drooping branches, you can see. It's frozen into one complete it's a bit like some strange hanging chandelier. I think actually, looking at the needles, it's a Scots pine. And as you can see, the tree is fairly encrusted with ice and snow as well. So yeah, moving more off into the woods now. So now the depth of snow has definitely dropped. Well, this is the shelter for the night. This is a brush shelter we built about 3 days ago. It's done as a teepee style brush shelter, covered with brush and then leaves, and Mother Nature has very kindly then covered it in snow, which means that it should, well it will, be incredibly cozy in there tonight. Going to see if we can get a fire going, and going to get sleeping bags out and get some tea on the go. At some point I've got to dig some wood out, but when it's like this, I'll be looking for dead wood on trees rather than looking for dead wood on the ground, because you'd spend years trying to find anything underneath the snow. So I'll take you in and then I'll turn you off. Okay, come with me. It needs a bit of snow management because it's got a little pyramid of snow in the middle of it at the moment, which, as you can see, there we go. I shall get in without doing too much. Right, so if I turn up the head torch, you can see we've got little beds, in this case 4 of them, and I will only need one. Probably I'll be having that one there because, well actually no, I might have that one there just for the sake of it's a bit wider. Right, and there we go. Apart from this pile of snow, it's fine. I shall speak to you later. Okay, have fun. Right, I've done some basic housekeeping. I've cleared the fireplace out, as you can see, and I've made a pile just up by the door of the snow that was inside. That's a bit of a block for the wind, and I'll stick the rucksack in when I go to bed as a door. Sleeping bags are out and behind me on my bed, and general kind of ready to see. I'm out to get some bits of wood just from on top of the I'll have a look. There are some dead trees and some dead branches in some of the trees around here. I'll just go out and get a few. I'm not going to bother making a huge fire in here tonight. I think it's plenty warm enough as it is, and I'll probably just get in my sleeping bag, but nice to have a cup of tea, wouldn't it? Okay, so that's the latest statement. It's looks like it's snowing again through the tops. That is looking up through the hole where the smoke goes out through our brush shelter. So you can see that's my breath going up past the thing. So yeah, I'm sure now going outside, see if we can find some pieces of wood just to line the bottom of the fire for us. Okay. Well, as you see, we've got a little fire going. Didn't take much light. I did bring some stuff with me, so I've got little pots here of snow. I was mildly thinking that the streams would be still running up here, but they're not. They're covered in snow, so actually, to tell the truth, it makes it a bit easier because you have to weigh up when you're doing stuff like this the energy it takes to do it against the benefit you get. And actually, for me to walk through the snow up to the stream takes more energy probably than just sticking my pot outside and collecting some snow. Downside being that it takes more energy to melt the snow, but at least the fire's doing that job, not me. So yeah, it's quite nice in here with the fire going. Don't need much for fire, just to keep everything going. It's really a candle in here would be enough just to keep the temperature just slightly above freezing. So really, you can just have a tiny fire going, not making it too large, and then at least you don't burn too much wood at any one time. I have collected some wood, but probably won't use it in the end. Okay, right, well, turn the flash on. Oops. Yeah, so we've got the fire going, we've got a cup of tea on the go, hopefully, with the snow melting. And then it's time for bed, really, which be quite nice. So in the morning, I've got a temperature gauge outside, so in the morning we'll see how cold it's been during the night, and then we'll go from there. Alright then, good night. Morning everybody. It's just come past 8. I've had a very, very pleasant night in the shelter, very comfy, very warm. I don't really want to get up. You can tell how cold it's been overnight, however. My gloves, which I left out, the ones I'm not going to be using today, have frozen stiff and frozen together as well. So, yes, it's a nice and crispy night last night. But now we've got the pleasant job of just packing up, and we'll make our way along the hill through the snow back the way we came. But we've broken trail now, so we'll follow the way that we came up, so that we're not having to break trail again. And yeah, we'll see how cold it is by looking at the thermometer when I get up outside. That's a temperature about -3. And this is what the so about -3, and this is what the morning looks like. There's the shelter. There's my little snow hole. Have to get in. You can see the roof just up there. Walk away a bit. I've blocked up the door a bit with snow just to cut the access down a bit. There we go. Winter Wonderland. It's quite unnerving in the night if you have the nervous disposition. All we can hear is this general thump and movement as the trees and the frost in the trees dump snow and things like that, and it sounds like someone knocking in fence posts all night long. But I slept like a log, so I didn't hear anything. Okay, we're just about to get together, and we're going to head off that way, back along our tracks. There we go. That's where I slept tonight, I think, last night. All ready to go. And just gonna head down. It's snowing a bit, not much. I'll be down about an hour and a half, I think, 2 hours, something like that. Okay.